of the top matchup, but Ambessa high value.
Yep, Renekton, the answer to Ambessa, probably going to come through here. We have seen the Lord demonstrate just how powerful the Renekton can be in this matchup.
There's not a lot of damage in this comp just yet for Gen G. So we'll see what they want to do to shore that up here with Ruler. Oh, he's going to play Caitlyn. That's
a different pick.
It's almost fun. It's slightly fun.
That'd be
more
quite
fun than
cool.
Lucian. More
there
fun
it
than
is.
Lucian. Yay.
All right, there's something a little bit new here out of Gen G.
Gen G are knowers.
Yep.
Jovi.
Oh, he just wants the popcorn shit. He flashes. Okay.
Correct. He's very wise to it.
Ooh, Keen. He could be in trouble though. Does flash to get out of the way of the heroic.
No.
Meanwhile, Duro is possibly just dead, as never mind, Lahen's not going to go for it. As Canyon, we're going to take this one down. Heroic Charge doesn't get the stun into the wall though, so right now, like if the stuff is still, like weird things continue to happen, maybe enough weird things happen for Gen G to lose the tempo vibes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Jovi's not going to like this. Likes this a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a fair bit. They know which decisions they can do weird stuff in and which ones they will cost them. As speaking of costing them, this is an opportunity now as Keen, with the Dominus, is going to be able to use it to clear out the wave at least, as he now tries to get on top of Kingin, and they cannot kill him through the Dominus. No flash, remember? As Canyon wants to be able to get at least one of these as Ace in the Hole comes through. Gio just making his way out though. Lahen's on vision. And the Cocoon is going to go wide. There's the Pop Blossom. He goes forward, looks to try and take down the jungler. The heroic charge, the heroic entrance is fantastic. Gideon's dead. That is being Ruler's level.
He just barely hit 6
anyway.
Yeah, and he ulted. It was good. He helped them get that kill as Keen is just dodging everything.
Sliding through. That was Chobi. Moving on in towards that top lane as we're singing the praises of Keen, but now could be in a whole host of trouble. Flashes out of the way of that public execution as now Lahen's not quite in Cocoon range.
To this bottom 2v2, it is it's a problem for Nongshim as Kingin's going to eat a turret shot.
Yep, there's a lot of there's not a lot of minions available here for Nongshim as Keen.
Okay, well, Kingin, he's now the
public execution comes down, but the immediate taunt to come in. There's the Pop Blossom as well, as Lahen's gets ulted here by Canyon. Not exactly an optimal target, but the heroic entrance is going to deny any follow-up. And now, Calix is having to deal with the minions and Keen underneath this one. Canyon moving on over the flash forward, and Calix is able to take down the Croc. That's going to be a solo kill there for the Rise, and one back here for Nongshim. Feeling fantastic. Gideon moving on in as well. The two-man taunt is going to come through. There's Feats of Warfare, as it's the Nico that locks down the Rise to get did a heck of a lot where they picked Jinx and Caitlyn, and they just moved the Jinx and Caitlyn to kill these turrets. As Keen does have the Dominus, but once again, it's his arch nemesis in Calix. As they get the vision, he does avoid that Q as he's looking to try and run this one out, but the Rune Prison is going to be there. And so that's a second death here for Keen.
You receive one Renekton. I receive.
Well, Lahen's is not having a great time here as Capybara comes on through.
And this Rise is now isolated in the side lane, and I think he has some friends coming. Let's see if he can save him.
Cease and desist is going to come on through there, but the public execution is going to come down. Still, they lose the Rise. True Shot Barrage does not a whole lot, but Canyon, the taunt defense from Chovy is so good. And there are no minions here. Duro's moving in. He was a Krug. That was cool. Bit of a Doran cosplay. You love to see that. And here's the real Crocodile. Pop Blossom's gigantic, as the heroic entrance is down on top of it. Chovy's at about 50 health, but that's pretty much all he needs. And the revenge from Keen is swift and destructive. Kingin trying to get in here to do his best Rich impression, but unfortunately, Gen G are just too strong, and that's a clean ace here at 18.5 minutes as Chovy picks up 2,500 kills. Just having the greatest Caitlyn game ever, where he spends the whole game just hitting turrets. And outside of that, no one's focused. He is possibly dead. Gideon's there to help him. Thankfully, it wasn't Lahen's again, who may have just let him die. But instead, Gideon's there to save him. as there is a little bit of a catch, but the public execution is going to come down. Let's see whether Duro can protect the president, as Rule actually able to get out of the way of Gideon here.
Snipe from a million miles away.
He did make sure that he had the slingshot.
Yeah.
For as much time as possible, which I respect.
I think this is Otacon.
Yeah.
Kane nearby?
Still looking for a potential angle, as they will get some bounty gold by taking this one down. Still, that is a decent evacuation there. A cease and desist comes on through, but Canyon's in so much trouble. Gets so much health back, though, and Gideon eventually be able to lock it down, but the Winds of War will finish him off. Gen.G are very far ahead, ladies and gentlemen. That's a lot of something.
Yeah.
Rapid Fire Cannon has got to be basically done here for Ruler, as well as we are hex gating around the rift. Duro could be in a little bit of trouble here.
Ox.
As Ruler is also in massive trouble. There's a public execution to lock him down. They'll find themselves a whole bunch of extra money as Duro. Yeah, he's not in this fight any longer. And Nongshim, there's not a whole lot to fight for here in this bottom side river.
But punish from Nongshim. Let's see if they can catch Kingen here. Does have flash, no ult.
It's still a big lead as Kingen, I don't know whether he's going to be able to get out of this one. Cease and desist is just going to be employed. King comes down. King going to get knocked up because there's a heroic entrance, and Chovy, they are moving from behind. Cease and desist right out of nowhere. Heroic entrance just to make sure they can't further engage the flash out. But the taunt is there to follow, and the Pop Blossom for the follow-up is so good out of Gen.G. Over the wall they go, as Lahans does dash cannon his way out. That is going to be a teleport away from the Ambassador. Kingen is able to keep himself alive, but with Gio and Gideon down, that will be Soul Point going over to Gen.G, and even Lahans. I think it was played just really well by Duro more than anything else, but still a little bit rough here.
It did make the fight less confusing for a moment.
Public execution on to Chovy, as the rest of Gen.G are right here, and so I don't think Kingen wants to go any further. Still has done a fair bit of damage, but he's 2 levels down, man. The taunt is going to connect. Cease and desist comes on through, and they just wail on the Ambassador. Down she goes. A lot of damage onto Lahens, as well as the flash out from Canyon is not going to be successful. Keen with the Dominus running, but the Pop Blossom connects onto 3 into the back line as Chovy goes forward and goes golden. Still Duro is going to fall, as Ruler with the ace in the hole. Gio actually going to soak that one for Lahens, teaching him what to do.
Or was it this game they're not going to make the same hesitation they did last game? TP for Chovy. After the back, he can return right away. Lahens
the flash. Okay. Crocodile better than Spider, as it turns out. There is now a control ward in the Baron pit. Teleport to come forward as Gen.G wanting to stop this from going down, but the Realm Warp gets Nongshim out of there!
Anyone coming in to contest this as in live!
Okay, Cease and Desist comes down yet again. The heroic entrance going to be eaten there by the by the Zonyas, but ultimately doesn't really do too much of anything at all. So Calyx really has had a great day, regardless of the fact that it's looking really difficult, as Chovy just wanders towards this dark brush, and Lahans takes so much damage. My goodness, Gideon has to flash away. Well, Chovy and Ruler are looking to come in here as the ace in the hole comes down. Gideon going to soak that one, but he's not too happy about it, as there is the public execution. Kingen gets into the backline, but his targets just get evacuated. Gideon now in trouble as Chovy is their target, but he's able to justicely punch his way out. And Duro splitting the shapes.
Gio has so much power in these moments. He has flash as well with his E, so it's hard to engage on him, and he can follow up from such a distance. Gideon trying to start this dragon up as Gio offers damage. I just don't know about this.
Yeah, Duro is trying to spot this one out as Lahens gets caught yet again. Goes up into the sky as Kingen now able to get himself out, but unfortunately Rule is able to shut down the Spider Lady, and now Nongshim looking for the turn. Gideon in amongst it, but nobody else is really there as Duro trying to fight off this dragon, and it's not quite working, and Canyon flashes to get himself the Hextech Soul, and now we get to witness Caitlyn and Hextech Soul. And ladies and gentlemen, that is not something you want to be going up against, as Gio gonna have all of his Qs avoided apart from that one. But everything else is gonna go wide, as there is the net over the wall, and Ruler locks down the ace.
Fun times we had in the game.
Yeah.
But extremely dominant early game, and now the last to fall.
Oh dear.
The first to fall in the previous fight. Lahens is dead, the turrets are dead, and Gen.G, another day in the office in the Legend group, another 2-0.
And
they're 25-0
against Nongshim now as well.